Hi guys, I'm Ashif Ali and watching CGHOW video. And recently I created this wing effect in UE5.4 Niagara, and this is just for my background, so there is no tutorial on that. So today I will show you how I create that. I will do that again from scratch. So let's start this. So in Unreal Engine, I have this already created effect. Okay, so let's create a new folder and I'll call that wings. Okay, so first thing I need a material, so I'll call it M wing, and then let me find static mesh for the wing. So this is the static mesh for the wing, and I'll just use that here to preview. Okay, so let me show you the UVs of this first. These are the UVs. So I'm not using UVs, so it doesn't matter how you have your wings UV. Okay. So what you can do, you can just take a texture like these and drag into here. And if I connect this in the emissive and make it unlit, two-sided, not this one actually. Okay. And let's use power. And then I can use styling like 4 maybe. Yeah. Or maybe, yeah, this one is better. Then I can add pen. Maybe -0.2. Okay. After this, what you can do is you can distort this thing with this. So I'll just copy this and paste. Change the speed -0.4, maybe double. And then I will add this thing, this noise into this. So I will add this. I will not add directly. I will multiply it so I can control how much I want to add. So if you're multiplying by 1, it's 100%. And if it's zero point 0.5, it's 50%, and 50% looks cool. It's quite fluid effect. Then what you can do, because it looks flat, you can use Fresnel. So if I preview the Fresnel and show you how it looks, it's cool. But when I'm saying like this, it has this cool edges. But when I'm changing my camera, it looks flat here. But it's okay. You can use power. So you have this. Then you have this Fresnel that you can, of course, add on it. But first, I will multiply this thing with like 0.3. So to make it darker, then I will add my Fresnel on it. So Fresnel will be brighter and maybe 5. So now you can see we have Fresnel and this. We can make it even more. You can also use this vertex normal, and if I preview, depending on your normals, you have these colors. And if I just take a Shift C for the mask and preview the red channel, that means the x-axis. So this is positive, that's why it's Y. This is negative, that's why it's black. But you can use absolute, so it will make your negative positive part white. Cool. You can also use this thing if you want. So you can just take a power to make it like more like this, and then add this thing also here. And you can also use the green channel if you want. So this will be like this. So both channel looks like this. So what you can do here, you can break X and Y and then add actually your absolute, then this thing, and then add these together and then power. So delete this. Now you have both axes, and now it will look like this. So I'll make this funnel maybe 2 and this thing maybe 0.1. So I have these bright edges and this thing. Looks already cool. You can multiply it with like green color I have in my final output. And one more thing, it has these little dots. See these sparkles kind of thing. So in my last tutorial, I did the same thing. So what I'll do, I'll just take a texture. Let me find star. I have this star texture. It has these dots. So I'll just use this texture here. And you can just add panel. Like you can use the same panel. And if I preview, you have these stars. And you can use tiling maybe 4 and 4. And because it has 3 channels, what you can do, you can break and then add these all together. And then multiply with a higher value, like 50, so it will be very bright. I think tiling is too much, you can use 2 and 2. And then before this green color, you can add this thing here. So we will have this thing. Looks cool already. So material part is almost done. I'll just save it. And then here I will let me create a new level. Okay. And let's make this like 2 or 1. Okay. And let's also create a cinematic first. And then I think I have a idle character in this folder. This I will drag. So I have this model. Cool. And if I open this model, let me show you the bones. So in the skeleton, it has these spine bones. So you can use one of these to link your FX. I will use, I think, spine 1. So just close that. And then here, back to this folder, I'll create a Niagara and fountain, FX, save all. I don't want to save map. I just want to save this. Open this, and this is my ring 1. And what I need that mesh. So I'll just search the wing static mesh, this one. And instead of this, I'll just take that mesh. And all these things I don't need. I just need one particle. Oops, not this. Burst, spawn once and live forever. So I have this one wing that will be there forever. And then I need that material that I just created. So I'll just override it and apply. Okay. So I have this. So we need to flap. It need to flap. So I'll just take the update, and we need to use this axis. Then I'll use the sine wave on the rate, and maybe 0.5 is enough. And this will be also 0.5 like this. Then we can copy and paste this wing and call it wing 2. And first thing we need this thing should be here. So what I'll do, I'll just go here, and there's a rotation and also scale. You can use -1 on X. Okay, but not looks good. So you can go to update and just make it -0.5, and that's it. Just save, make this local both, and just drag your FX to the sequencer, and Then here, attachment, your character, spine 1, and that's it. It's very small, so you can just change the size maybe. You can make it double the size, 2 and 2, and you can just move this here. And I'll make the direction like even more. It's very bright, I think, because of, let me just save it. Let me just save it. And this thing happening because of a reason, if I go to the material, because of this normal, what you can do, you can transform this. You can just transform from world position to particle space. And I think this should solve it. Yeah, it's solved. But why it's not solved for another one? Yeah, I think because I just scaled it on minus. So I'll just make it 1 and it solves. So now I will rotate it. So for rotation, I need to rotate it on Y, 180 degree, and that's it. It's solved and looks cool. So this is the basic thing, although you can add lots of particles and stuff. And there's one more thing. If I stop somewhere like here, there's this motion blur kind of thing that is also a particle. But because I'm duplicating my mesh these times, four or five times, and this will be very heavy. So I suggest take a planer with the texture of this, or your model should be very low poly. But I'll show you how I did that. So first thing, I'll just make a material. So I'll just duplicate this material, and I just need this to be additive unlit, and I'll just take the particle color, just connect these here. I don't need anything else. I just need a flat color. You can just clean up your material. So you have this, just save it, and then copy your wing 1 and duplicate, change your material. So now this is just 1. So if I take the 5, and in here we have this thing, period, that you can randomize. It will be like that, and you can make it green, of course, and make the alpha 0.1, 0.01, or you can increase it. Like if I make just 10, just to showcase. See, so there's something like a motion blur that you can make the alpha very low. It's just a technique, so don't use it in games, but just a technique. So that's it. You have cool wings. Okay. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, and bye bye.